Okay, so, oh, here's the term team. I, I'm not sure this is the best color to go with, but it struck me that I could teach something with this, um, which is that Jean-Francois and Marjana and Aslar all do fire damage. They do burn damage. Um, Marjana is for 6 turns, 318 for 6 turns. She's fast. Jean Francois is for 2 turns. And I get a lot of protection for ice. And one of the neat things about him, besides his elemental link, is that he turns any defense status element, so a defense down, into a defense up. So that's very useful. And then Aslar, of course, we talked about before. He's slow, but he's a beast. And he's got a lot of attack, but not a whole lot of defense. 410 for 2 turns. I'm sorry, 205, but 410 if they're half dead. Um, and so I have Jean Francois and Aslar that both burn for 2 turns, and Marjana that burns for 6. Now, something else you have to look at is how much do they burn? Because one of the things about burn, if you have, there's different kinds of damage over time. There's burn damage, there's water damage, there's poison damage, there's sand damage, and multiple heroes of the same kind of damage over turns, like burn, will overwrite each other. They won't add to it. So if I have Marjana go on for 6 turns, and I hit her, and then I hit Jean Francois, then that completely eradicates the fact that Marjana fired. So you have to be careful when you have, especially red and purple, and yellow, I'm sorry. So red is usually burn, yellow is usually sand, if there's a damage over turn, and purple is usually poison. Um, so you might have noticed, I guess, when I have Sartana and Clarissa in the same team, they will sometimes kind of step on each other. So Jean Francois and Aslar aren't bad because they're only 2 turns each. Um, and then Marjana is 6 turns, and I think she's just on 1. Okay, so Marjana is a sniper. Aslar does 3, and Jean Francois does everybody. So that's part of the calculation. That's also why I wanted Guardian Kong leveled up, is because he was a red that didn't have to do with burn. I also have my 5 reds. I have Elena, but she's great. She's a powerhouse when she goes off, but she's slow, so she doesn't always go off. And I can get into her stats some other time, or you want to ask me about why her stats are good the way that they are. Um, and then I've got Elizabeth ready to go as soon as I get Ascension mats for her. So I'm missing everything. So we're going to go with this team. And why did I pick this team? I picked this team because it's a reverse formation, so the ends will be up front. So Jean-Francois and Atomos. And Atomos is a... the more damage, the more mana and the enemies have, the more damage they will receive. But if Atomos dies, he resurrects for 32 health. So I went with red just to make sure he dies. Unfortunately, that makes me weak against Vela, who does fast water damage. She was my arch nemesis for a very long time. And then Killer, you've heard me say bad things about her. And then Vivica is a big healer, but she's slow. So hopefully we don't have too much of her interfering. So let's see what we do. Again, a lot of it is also dependent on boards. One of the reasons I went with Jean-Francois and Marjana is because they're fast. And I wanted to go up against Vela and Jean-Francois on their side, who was fast. So I didn't want to go with Elena, who's slow and might never fire against a team like this. Especially with a board like this. My goodness. Another Vera. So I have water damage and attack down. I mentioned before that I like taking Bertilla against Vela because Bertilla will fire that attack down right back at her. And she's green against Vela's blue, so Bertilla is almost like custom made to go against Vela. And if I don't get some freaking red tiles soon, I'm not gonna last too much longer here. Okay. Well, I don't have a cleanse, so I just have to survive all that burden. And I'm not going to. Boom. And there's the magic of Calere, that little bitch. Alright. Let's see if I can fit one more in there. Okay. So, remember, Marjana is 6, Jean-Francois is 2. So I'm going to hit him first, give him his 2 turns, and then use Marjana. And she just cleansed the fire to give him attack up. Okay, well maybe I should have used the tiles first. Okay. Defense up. It's gonna be annoying. But that's why I was so anxious to get her on my side. For Vivica, that is. Oh yeah, look at that. Is she not just like, holy cow. Kill her, man. She will give you a bad day. Look at this mess. Can I not get red tiles? This isn't gonna matter. 40 or 34. Okay. Let's fire him first. Let's fire him next. And we'll let him burn out his 2 turns. Let's see who's standing at the end of it. Actually, you know what? I can use her. So she does 458 damage, and then she burns you. So yeah, she's gonna go. And I'm out of reds. I perfectly, completely out of red tiles. Like, this just sucks. Okay. So, as our fire is gone, as Jean Paul's fire to it, probably should have voted on gold tusks. Attack, or heal. And killer is gonna go off. But I am fully raised, so shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Everybody's mostly dead from fire. And that should do it. Okay. What was I gonna say? Something else about heroes. Who was I using here? What did I want to say? I don't remember. Oh well, there you go. At least I won one out of the three, right? Darn, I wish I could remember what it was. Well, if I think about it, I'll let you know. Alright, talk to you later.